Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a color along. I believe this is part 6 in a series that we're doing with my Facebook group. And we are all coloring this floral heart in Joanna Basford's World of Colors, and we're all doing it together. We've all picked our color palettes. There was a video on how to do that, and we got started on this page, and we're all kind of going at our own pace, and I'm doing some videos, so hopefully it'll help you to get some ideas on how you want to color your page using your color palette. So if you've been following along and you've seen my previous videos on this series or this color palette color along, you will notice that I did a little bit of this off camera. I colored in these up here, and I really like how they turned out, so I think we're going to color a couple of those on camera today, and there are a couple more on the page right down here. So we are going to color those in, and I'm going to show you how I did it. So the colors I'm using for these particular flowers are mulberry, which is PC 955. I'm not sure if that's zooming in or not. And then the hot pink, which is PC 993. So I'm going to come in and just do the mulberry on the tips of every one of these. Okay, now after I've done that, I am going to come in with my hot pink, PC 933. Oh, I'm sorry, 993. And I am going to go over that in each one, a little further down into the circle on each one of these. Okay, and after I've done that, now I'm going to come in with another color that's part of my color palette that I chose, which is Deco Peach PC 1013. And I'm going to come in with that one, and I'm just going to go over that now. there are very small little white dots, and what I did on the other ones that I colored is I came in with my darkest color, my mulberry, and I just kind of filled all of those in. Okay, and then after I did that, I'm going to come right here in the center, and I'm going to color that in really dark with the mulberry. These were fairly easy to color. And the last thing I'm going to do is I am going to come in with my stickles. This is the color Hibiscus. And I am just going to put a drop of the stickles right in the center over that mulberry. Okay, so maybe now we can color this flower up here in the corner, and I can show you how I did this one. I did this one off camera, and so I'm going to do this one here the same color. I think I'm gonna do it the same colors. And these are the colors that I had put together that I really did not think that they were going to go, but they turned out so beautiful. I've got my color combination that I'm using from my palette for this flower here. We're gonna go ahead and color this together. Hopefully you guys are zoomed in enough and you can see it. And we are going to be using PC 1007, which is Imperial Violet, and PC 956, which is Lilac, PC 934, which is Lavender, and PC 1013, which is Deco Peach. And I would have never thought to add Deco Peach to purples, but it actually comes out really beautiful. So let's go ahead and get started by just taking our highlight color, what I like to call it. If you've been watching all my videos, my previous videos, you know that I like to call my lightest color my highlight color, and I usually pick a color that is a little bit bright so that it really adds a lot of highlight to my flowers when I'm doing flowers. I love the highlight against the more bolder, darker color. It really makes it stand out and it adds a lot more depth. So I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to do this, or all of the petals. I'm going to color all of the petals with the peach. Let me start by using the lilac and coming in here and kind of pulling some of these down and adding. I always like to come from where the lines are and kind of pull it down into the flower from there on each petal. And I kind of use the lines as my guide. So now I am going to come in with my Imperial Violet, and I am going to kind of go around these like this. Like kind of like on the outside with a sharper lead. But I'm actually coming right off of where the line is and then doing it on each side while I still leave some of the, was it lilac? Some of the lilac in the center and just kind of lining it. Okay, now I'm gonna come in with my Deco Peach, and I am going to kind of just shade this in some more and kind of pull these colors in. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in with my Imperial Violet, and I am going to very lightly shade across the tips here. Okay, now I am going to come back in with my lilac, and I'm going to pull some of this down into the flower petal rather. ones are overlapping the others. Wherever you see a leaf that is overlapping, like this one is overlapping this one, I'm going to come right in here very lightly with very light pressure, and I am just going to line it like this, and that is going to add some dimension to our petals. And I'm going to go around and I'm going to do that all the way around the flower. I'm just coming back in and adding a little more depth to the top of each one of the petals where I had those original lines before I come in and blend it out again. Okay, so now I'm going to come back in with my lavender, and I'm going to just kind of go back over some of this and pull it in. And I need to sharpen my pencil just a little bit. You need to always make sure that your pencils are sharpened and have a really good lead on them so that you're getting the right effect when you're coloring. The sharpness of the lead makes all the difference in the world. Okay, so now I'm going to come in towards the center of the flower, And I am going to just emphasize the outside here. By lining right where this meets the flower to create more depth and kind of a shadow. I got a little messy there, but really it does not matter. Let's kind of pull that out. Go back over it again with the Imperial Violet. And then pull it out again with the lavender. Okay, so now I'm going to come back in with my Deco Peach. And I'm going to go over all of this again and kind of just blend it all in. Look how pretty these colors are together. I love it. I would have never thought before I put these together that they would actually go together and come together so beautifully. Okay, so this little part up here, I am going to come in there and shade this again with the Deco Peach. And then I'm going to add a little bit of my lavender. Just right here on the outer edge. And then I'm going to come back with the Imperial Violet and add a little bit more color. And I'm going to go in here and just emphasize this, creating even more depth perception when the eye looks at it. And then of course I need to come back in with my lavender again. And make sure you have a nice sharp lead and you just kind of pull that in, but you don't want to pull it in too much because you want this to be lighter than the rest of the flower. And then what I did here in the center is I came in and colored that with my lilac, just like this. And as you can see, I am using harder pressure. And then I came in with my hibiscus stickles. These are like my favorite, guys. Like, I am a little overly obsessed with stickles. When I'm coloring flowers, they just make all the difference in the world. Look how pretty. And then with a very still hand, all of these little dots on the outside, I am going to go in and dot all of these. If you like this video and it was helpful to you, please click the like button because it helps my channel out a lot. If you have not already subscribed and you'd like to follow along with these color alongs as we do this, you can go ahead and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Turn on the notifications so that you get notified when I upload a new video. And I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you back in the Facebook group. Bye.